Over 800 Western officials sign a letter condemning their government's policies on the Gaza war. This is Verity. I think you'll find that the establishment has this admittedly sensitive situation well in hand. I think you'll find that there's a lot to be critical of with the establishment's handling of the war in Gaza. Wait till you hear my angle. But first, let's run down the facts on this story as agreed upon by BBC News, Common Dreams, CNN, and the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. More than 800 serving officials from the US and Europe have signed a letter condemning their government's approach to Israel's war in Gaza, warning that these policies could amount to grave violations of international law. The letter, signed anonymously by officials, claimed Israel has shown no boundaries in its military operations in Gaza, which has resulted in tens of thousands of preventable civilian deaths. There is a plausible risk that our government's policies are contributing to grave violations of international humanitarian law, war crimes, and even ethnic cleansing or genocide. It added that these concerns, among others, were raised internally by officials, but said that these were repeatedly dismissed and overruled by political and ideological considerations. Israel, which has repeatedly denied such allegations as detailed in the letter, responded by saying that it's bound by international law. One signatory to the letter, a U.S. official with over 25 years of national security experience, told the BBC, "What's really different here is we're not failing to prevent something, we're actively complicit. That's fundamentally different from any other situation I can recall." According to an anonymous source cited by CNN, there are roughly 80 U.S. signatories to the letter. Officials from 11 European countries are represented, namely Belgium, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, the UK, and the Netherlands. Meanwhile, according to the latest update from the UN, intense Israeli bombardment from air, land, and sea continued to be recorded across the Gaza Strip. Citing figures from Gaza's health ministry, it said that over 27,000 Palestinian civilians have been killed since Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel that killed about 1,200 people. So now that you've heard the facts, let's get to those spins you've been waiting for, starting with the pro-establishment narrative from CNN. It's only natural that the top officials from the US and the EU are debating the impacts of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Debate and dissent are welcome in Western governments, and these views will continue to be listened to and evaluated. Israel has said it's committed to following international law, and it has a right to defend itself. Counter that with this establishment-critical narrative from Arab News. Western countries are continuing to provide political, military, and diplomatic support to Israel with no accountability for its actions. These actions pose a plausible risk of violating international law, as the recent ruling from the International Court of Justice demonstrated, and Western governments could be held as complicit if they don't reevaluate and change course. And finally, a nerd narrative from the prediction community at Metaculus.com. There's a 50% chance that Israel will lift the blockade on electricity, food, medicine, and gasoline in Gaza by May of 2024. Thanks for watching. Please like and repost this video. And for more nuanced reporting, check out our website, Verity.news.